I'm Jennifer Angel. This is my overview for week commencing November 21st and a quick snapshot per sign. Now, last week we just had a new moon. It was in the sign of Sagittarius, so new moons are great. They're always like, about starting a fresh start. Of course, each and every day we can do that, but the new moon just gives it a boost of energy. Now this week on the 26th, so midweek, we've got a connection between communication planet Mercury and Saturn. So Saturn, I love Saturn. I have to say that because it's my ruling planet of a Capricorn. But yes, it's the planet of restrictions, but it's also the planet of reality. I always think whatever happens under a Saturn vibration is here to stay. So it's like the hard work you put in is all worthwhile. In other words, so these two together gives you like a common sense thinking and ambitious as well. So it's a nice vibration. On the 27th, we've got the Sun is going to square Neptune, so be careful of keeping secrets around this time. So that'll be on the Thursday around midweek. And then also on that day, Venus is going to trine Uranus. I love this. It's very powerful. It can be changeable, but it's very magnetic. So the vibration that happens around that, Venus being the love goddess, is a very, very powerful attraction. All right. And then later in the week, on the 27th and the 28th, at the end of the week, Mercury is going to make a move from the sign of Scorpio and make a move into Sagittarius. So it's very freedom loving here. So it's quick thinking, knowledgeable. Both of these, both Mercury is all about communication, education, knowledge, and of course so is Sagittarius, is a seeker of a deeper philosophical type of knowledge. So very, very nice placement here. Can be a little changeable, so you want to be careful that you don't sort of share your thoughts and feelings or ideas or concepts too fast. Get them into place and don't be too impulsive about it. Okay, now let's have a look at what's going on for each star sign. Now, of course, Aries, you do have Uranus in your sign, and we've got that nice trine with Venus, and Venus for you is sitting in the 9th house. So this is very good connections with people that's going to help you move your career, your life, your ambitions, your inspirations into the next phase of your life. Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you are going to be, pleased to hear that. Earlier in the week, before Mercury does, make its move, it's going to be in your 8th house. So somebody, you can get news from somebody that's going to come along and just give you a helping hand in some way, just to, kickstart a project or something that's going to also be financially viable. So we like that. Now Mars is still sitting in your 10th house along with Pluto. These two are two pretty heavy duty sort of planets, but it does give you the motivation to really do what you need to do, particularly as there's only like a month left of this year. Okay, so and Pluto is very transformational, so it can be a little confronting, but you're not scared of that, Aries. It's like, feel the fear and do it anyway. Sort of like you just want to push through at the moment to just give yourself that boost to get to the other side, and all the things that you've been working on can start to come through. Okay, so don't lose hope. Be patient, have faith, all of that. All right, so let's move forward into Taurus. Right opposite you, Taurus, we've still got Saturn is still sitting there, and early in the week Saturn and Mercury have a connection there. So there's a conjunction with Saturn and Mercury. So they're both at the same degree in the same sign. So this can give you a lot of planning, being able to think quick, get things up and going. It is in an area of relationships. So if somebody needs your support, you know, either on a business level or a relationship level, more intimate personal relationship level, then this is the time that you'll be able to just step up and take over. And you know that you're good at that, because you know when the chips are down and somebody needs you, you're there for them, Taurus, every single time. Okay, so that's a great time to, you know, to do that. All right, let's have a look at what else is happening for you. We've got a lot of planets, a lot of activity happening in your solar 8th house. We did have a new moon there, a new start. So something of an official nature. Certainly monetary, financial support can come through for you over this next period. Pretty soon you're going to have Mars in your solar 10th house, so we're all up to do about business. So your life is about to get busier. So if you thought you were going to start to wind down for the end of the year, not so. All right, so this is the time. You've got a small window now where you can get organized. So this is the time to you know, just get your plans in place, get anything that needs doing organized, so you can you know, move forward and be productive when Mars does move into that area. Now on a love vibration, we've got Venus sitting there. Let's see, we have Venus in a trine with Uranus, and that's on the 27th. Uranus is sitting right behind you. Slow-moving planet, been there for a while, going to be there for a while. You want to use your instincts and your intuition. If you feel that something is not quite right, then it probably isn't. If somebody needs your attention, needs you to reach out and be there for them, then you'll know it, okay? And don't delay, you know, don't sort of think about it for too long. You really want to sort of, you know, since you get that thought, is sort of reach out. And I only say that because Taurus does like to, you know, just mull things over and wait until you feel okay about it. But right now, it might be that you're going to have to move so someone else feels okay, not necessarily yourself, okay? All right, so let's move on and we'll have a look at Gemini. So Gemini, you've got Venus right opposite you there. This is a lovely time for love, particularly with Venus having that trine with Uranus. It's like very powerful, so, and you can get like a deep friendship going now as well. But if you're looking for love, then it's like you have the power of attraction right now, so you want to use it and use it to your best advantage. I mean, and when I say to the best advantage, you know, be careful that you're not putting a love spell out on someone that you don't, it's just a matter of a term, that you don't really want, because you want to be careful of your intentions and what you put across, all right? But so, and if you're in a relationship, this is a time where you can just spend a little more time on your love life and your relationships. So remember, all relationships need some level of work. It's a myth that everything is 100% happy and smooth all the time. What would you do then? You'd never grow or evolve. You know, if somebody's not calling you on your stuff, then, you know, it's unlikely that you'll call yourself on it, you know. So keep that in mind. Right at the start of the week, it's a chance then to get going with work. You can solve like an issue. You can, if you're in a creative field, for instance, then which a lot of Geminis are, you can be the one to come up with the thinking outside of the box, a brilliant idea. Okay, so don't sit back and sort of think, well, I wonder why anyone else hasn't thought about that. You know, the fact is that you can be very ingenious, so you want to step up and say, hey, what about this idea? And you're likely to be the star of the moment. All right, so Cancer, we've got Mars and Pluto right opposite you in your area of relationships, Cancer. Can become somewhat confronting with these two, but it will bring up any issues that really need to be brought up because you don't want anything holding you back, okay? So if something's rising to the surface, you know, sometimes I will say to you, look, you got to look at it, you got to feel it, and massage it and let it go. Other times I'll say that you want to, with this vibration, you want to just be positive and send it out on the lightest sunbeam that you can. With Mars and Pluto again together, you want to look at it, okay? Deal with it and just let that energy go. You don't want it sitting there blocking you. If you don't deal with it now, it will come up again sometime in the future, that's for sure. But life is like that. But in the meantime, it can, you know, block things coming into your life. And, you know, so the sooner that you can deal with it, the better. Now, connections at work can come through this week as well. You could be having a discussion with somebody that you meet about a new project. If you're looking for work, then it's very favorable. Would get out and start networking. It's sort of getting up to that silly festive season, so you probably got some invites coming through. But it's certainly communications seem to be strong this week, and it's up to you to, if you've got something to say, it's up to you to make sure that the person you want to say it to, you have their full attention, and as always, speak from the heart, okay? All right, so Leo, let's see what's going on here. Mars and Pluto are in your solar 6th house, so you're likely to be run off your feet. If you've got some issues that are coming out that are like past issues that are repeating themselves, then have a look at it because you want to get rid of them, okay? You don't want them to keep repeating yourself. You know that old rule, if you keep doing the same old thing, then you're going to get the same old thing. So somehow or other you have to clear that and sort it out, and so you can move forward, which probably means you're going to have to make some decisions, all right? That's life, and you're not scared of making the tough decisions anyway, Leo, so don't let that bother you. But it's a very productive time. And in the sense that if you can clear anything that's, you know, anything, person or situation that's like a spoke in the works, then you're going to be even more productive. Family wants your attention this week. Don't be surprised, particularly early in the week, that somebody wants to have like a deep heart-to-heart, sensible, common sense, this is how it is situation with the family, okay? And it's up to you to think, okay, I'd like it to be different, but simply it's not. Now, with all this going on in your life, Leo, there's still time for love. Venus is sitting there in your 5th house. I mean, if you're not with somebody at the moment, then you can certainly meet someone. If you are with someone, then, you know, make sure you give them some attention. When you have the right person in your life, you want to make sure that they're happy, okay? All right, so have a great week. I hope something fabulous comes along for you. Now, Virgo. Virgo, there is a lot of activity in your family area. Venus is there, so there's some nice social outings that can come together. Your ruling planet, Mercury, is going to move into this area, let's see, later on in the week. So some discussions around a family matter could certainly come up now for you. The sun's there. We did have a new moon last week on the 22nd. So this area covers really family, your home, your domestic scene, and also self-nurturing. So, you know, sometimes when you're busy, particularly for you, Virgo, the one person that misses out is you. Okay, so try not to let that happen. Now, with love, it's very passionate this week. You've got Pluto and Mars sitting there together. Now, on a business level, this is creativity at its best. Transformational ideas that can really be life-changing. On a personal note, it's very passionate. So, the more passion that you can have in your life, not just in the bedroom, but in the boardroom as well, then that's the driver. That's what drives things ahead. So get in touch with how you feel about things and get in touch with that passionate sense, and that's what's going to bring everything together for you. Okay, so Libra. Now, Libra, we've got that aspect between Saturn and Mercury right at the start of the week, or not at the start of the week, sorry, middle of the week on the 26th. This is in your solar second house, okay? So it's all to do with money, possessions, very much to do with how worthy you feel of attracting the money and possessions and the security in your life that you want. So you want to be careful of your self-talk over this period. Monitor it, and you may have to make some changes there, and really it's not until you consciously monitor how you think and you feel about things that you really know what's going on. So, we all have like automatic responses. So you want to just spend a week, this week, trying to be conscious of your automatic responses. How is your overall outlook, your overall attitude, and in particular about your security, your base needs, and your finances. So, are you always saying, oh, I'm in a bad place, I've got to get out of debt, I've got to, things are all going wrong? Or are you always saying, I'm working towards a better outcome, or I can see things are moving forward. What can I do to improve things? So, there's like a difference. Quite often it can mean the same thing, but it's like if you're positive, to me, it goes out on a higher vibration. I call it goes out on a brighter sunbeam. Okay, so be careful of that. You really have the possibility this week to get in touch with some greater ideas too, which are going to help on a business level. Family continues to be a little bit confronting. If there were some issues that started up there recently, you're still going to need to deal through those, particularly if they're to do with siblings. When the time's right, and timing can really, make a big difference, you want to step forward and do something about that. Don't let it go on, because it's only going to, come up again later if you do. All right. Excuse me. And right opposite, right on the 27th, we've got that Venus trines Uranus. Now, excuse me, somebody suggested that I had some honey in my tea, so I must remember to do that next time. Seems like my voice gives out in about 17, 18 minutes or so. All right, so with the opposition, not opposition, the Uranus opposite your sign in a trine with Venus, and Venus in that area of communication, then there's another opportunity for you to sort of speak your mind and do it in a heartfelt way, okay? All right, now Scorpio. Right at the middle of the week, Scorpio, we've got two planets in your sign, which are Mercury, the communication planet, and looking at it there, and I'm seeing the symbol and having trouble saying the word Saturn. Okay, Saturn, of course, has been in your sign for a while now. It's going to move out in about another month's time. So with this connection right in your sign midweek, it's very good for very good to just kick along your ambitious spirit. very good for practical thinking. If you've got an issue or a problem, it really needs you to sort it out and get down there into tin tacks and find out what you can do about it, what's the solution, and just sort of move on, because you don't want to keep going back and dealing with the same issue all the time, okay? So you can get to the bottom of that, but only if you put the time aside to do it, all right? So what this means that the planetary energy and vibration is there to help you, but you still need to take control and put that time, aside to do it. Now, last week with the new moon in your solar second house, it signified a new start for you. So this week we've got Venus in there still, the Sun is in there still, and Mercury, the communication planet, and planet of commerce, all in this area. So money and possessions, also your self-worth, how you feel about it. So you want to make sure that you feel worthy of attracting what you want in your life, firstly. And you, with the Venus there, Venus is the ruler of love and money, okay? So this it's very comfortable in the second house. This is one of the houses that it rules. So if you've been waiting for some finances to come in, or some advances financially, then that can happen this week. Be very careful, though, that you don't spend the check before you actually get it, because let's not forget, Venus is also the temptress, okay? So wait till you get it and do a little bit of financial money management so you can hold on to it. Money is, great to enjoy today. It's great to put away for security for tomorrow as well. So, all right, let's have a look at what's happening later in the week. On the 27th, we've got that square between the Sun and Neptune, and the Sun is in, as I just said, in the solar second house, and Neptune is sitting in your fifth house. So this is like creativity coming out here. So on a business level, something that you can do on a creative level can really come through and be a great money spinner for you. On a personal note, this is quite romantic, but once again, don't let the finances get in the way of love, okay? Try to keep those areas of your life separate. Almost impossible to do, I know, but if you can, then great. All right, moving on. Sagittarius, let's have a look at what's happening for you. Last week we had the new moon, and so you had a fresh new start. That was on the 22nd. So this is the beginning of your next whole solar, 12 months solar phase. The Sun is still in your sign, and we have Venus here too. So Venus being the ruler of love and money, but let's not spend all of your time working on other things. You want to. This is one of the times in the year where love can really cross your chart, or come tap on your heart that little bit louder. So as independent as you like to be, Sagittarius, you're also very flirtatious, so you like that connection with people. And as I said, there's always someone for everyone. So if you like a certain amount of independence, then I'm sure there's going to be someone out there who feels the same way. But remember, there's give and take in all relationships, okay? And if you're in a relationship, then your level of independence may come up question over this time. So if you want the relationship bad enough, if it's a good thing you don't want to give up, then maybe you got to bend a little bit and give a little bit, okay? All right, so we've got Mars sitting in your solar second house still with Pluto. Psychological issues can come up around money at the moment. You want to deal with them. You want to be careful that you don't get involved with any risky business as well. I mean, there's always a risk in everything. I'm not saying don't take a risk, but make sure it's a calculated one, okay? You want to go into it with your eyes wide open, and make sure you're not parting with hard-earned cash in a way that is not going to be beneficial to you. You want to have some type of security going on there. All right, so have a great week, Sagittarius. I've got a Sagittarian rising, so certainly hope there's some great stuff coming through for us. Now, Capricorn, Mars and Pluto in your sign, Capricorn. This can be like a little bit confronting because it's both heavy-duty planets, and you know, when you get these two together, it really forces you to look at things. It forces you to deal with what's coming up for you. It's very motivational. I mean, I like it because Pluto is the planet of transformation and Mars is the planet of assertiveness. So it really helps you to get going, sort out what you want in your life, what you don't want in your life, and make changes, because thinking it through is one thing, making changes another thing, and this is a great sort of vibration to help you do that. But can it be confronting? Sure, that's life, and you're not scared of a little confrontation within yourself, okay, not necessarily with anyone else, Capricorn. So we've got like a lot of planets are moving around. We're getting up to your time where everything's going to start landing into your you know, your sign in the solar chart. Venus is behind you, so and the sign behind you. So this is a great time to think about, you know, what you want to achieve in your love life, and, you know, what type of person you want to attract. And, you know, I'm sort of smiling when I say that because, you know, sometimes life has a totally different idea for us. So certainly make all your plans, make all your love lists, as us Capricorns do, but be flexible because it may not turn out how you expect it. And when it doesn't, it can be better. So, you know, let go of some of the control, because when you keep the control close like that, then sometimes it can limit you, it can limit your life. So you want to sort of let go of the control and just open up more. Now, we've got stuff going on in your family area, around your home and domestic scene as well. And we've got coming up to another Uranus-Pluto square, 15th of December. So, you know, there could be some surprises coming up there. But, you know, as I say, it's not always bad. In fact, you know, there's generally a silver lining for everything. Sometimes we just have to wait a little while till it reveals itself. But at the end of this week, on the 27th, we've got Venus in a trine with Uranus. So there could be something sort of powerful that's going to happen around your home, family, and domestic scene. This is really a very strong attraction power. So you want to, in your meditations or your goal setting or whatever, you want to put out exactly what you want. Make the list. That's where it starts. At least it's a good starting point, but be open to something else as well. All right, so Aquarius, and let's have a look what's going on there. There's a chance for you to really connect with people that are going to be around for a while now, Aquarius. So people that are going to help you just move to the next level. It's almost you can be at the right place at the right time to meet the right people, okay? Lucky you, and particularly as we still have Jupiter right opposite you, then that helps to form relationships that are almost like fateful. You get that deja vu feeling about what's happening. Now, pretty soon, Mars is going to be moving into your sign. So if you thought you were busy, guess what? You're going to get busier. So this is a time for you to just get yourself organized and, you know, get some planning done. All right. Now, we also have at the 27th, towards the end of the week, there's a connection between Venus and Uranus. So Uranus is, of course, your ruling planet, and it's in your solar third house, all to do with communication, it's media, and also siblings. So, and Venus is there in a personal area of your chart where you can connect with friends. So you can expect, certainly, don't be surprised if you put on the hotspot to have a discussion or present something. all right, and that can sort of open up all sorts of options and opportunities for you, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. All right, Pisces. Now, there's quite a lot of activity sitting in your solar 10th house, Pisces. This is where your area of career, your business. And when we go in and have a look at that, last week on the 22nd, you had a new moon there. So it's the start of your next solar cycle with business. Venus is sitting in there as well, so you can really connect with people over this period that can help you just move a step forward with your career. If you're looking for work, then you can certainly connect with people that will help you with opportunities and options and can come out. And Mercury, the communication planet, is going to move into this area of your chart as well on the 28th, so at the end of the week. So if you're expecting some news to come through, it can come through over this time. So don't lose hope. Stay positive. Keep working towards your goals, dreams, hopes, and wishes, and they'll come true. Okay, they'll come through for you. You just got to keep doing what you do. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Have a fabulous week, and look forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now.